Hey YouTube, so I'm making this video to show you exactly why when you purchase a car and you're going to finance it, instead of going to the dealer and having them run your credit, you can just go to the bank that you have a credit card with, or even maybe your checking or savings account with, and just get that financing from there. They will only check your credit once instead of several times, and once you go to the dealership, you basically take a check. And like, let's say you're approved for up to $35,000. You want to buy a car for 28 grand, and you are just gonna not pay even a penny for that car, meaning that you don't have to put any money out of pocket. Because if the car does cost, let's say 28,000, and it's another $2,000 for those what do they call it, like closing costs, then you need 30 grand. But if you have a $35,000 approval, bam, you're good to go. Anyway, check out the other video that I made so you can understand how that financing works. Okay, but what I'm going to show you over here is an example of what they did to my wife, Elsa Savory. By the way, that was a throwback to Borat. I don't know if you guys remember Borat, but he used to say, from like what, 12, 13 years ago, even more than that. Whenever he described his wife, he'd be like, "This is my wife." Anyway, so this is Elsa Savory, and I'm sure you guys know I'm Robert Savory, and I just printed this out today. So I'm going to show you this, right? So when we went to Toyota Universe, which is a fantastic place, I'm not knocking that place at all. In fact, we've bought several cars from there already, and we will continue to purchase cars whenever we need them over there. Um, when we went there, what they did was they checked her credit 5 times. They did 5 hard inquiries on her credit. So if you can see over here, 700 credit Toyota Universe inquired on September 2nd, 2020. KeyBank inquired on September 2nd, 2020. Toyota Motor Credit inquired on September 2nd, 2020. And this is just for Experian. Now remember, there's 3 credit bureaus, right? 3 credit agencies. There's Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion. On Experian, it's 3 times that they checked. On Equifax, 0 times. But check this out. And TransUnion, you see this over here? JPMCB, which is JP Morgan Chase Bank Auto Finance, September 2nd, 2020, right? And then Fifth Third Bank, September 2nd, 2020. So they didn't even let us know that they were going to check Elsa's credit 5 times, all right? And so now this is having an effect on her credit. Now, look, I'm not going to go crazy about this. Neither is Elsa going crazy. This did not affect her credit tremendously. But I've seen other credit reports where an individual goes into a dealership and they check his Experian 7 times, his Equifax 3 times, and his TransUnion, I don't know, like another 5 times. That's gonna have an effect on his credit, all right, big time, especially if it was done recently. And I know of another individual who needed to buy several cars in a year. I think it was just 3 cars within a year. So he went and he did the same thing that most people do. They go to the dealership and they, look at the cars. They sit down with the representative, with the associate. They go over all the numbers, and the associate says to you, "So do we have a deal here? Can you see? Please sign over here." You shake that person's hand, and off that person goes to the back, right? But what you do not know is that they are checking for the best type of loan for you, which is good. That's what you want. But you don't know that they are checking a whole bunch of times. They're doing all these hard inquiries, all these hard pulls on your credit, and you don't realize it at all. And sometimes you don't even know if it's 12 times that they checked it, because you may get a notification from Experian that that they ran it 4 times with them, but they ran it 5 times with TransUnion and another 3 times with Equifax. You don't know that, and you may not know that because you don't get those notifications from Equifax or from TransUnion, maybe just from Experian. But who knows? Maybe you get the notifications from everybody. Anyway, my point is this: if you have a bank that you work with, go to the bank and just get your credit pulled once, right? So there's tons of banks out there that allow for auto financing, right? Capital One, Bank of America, Ally, Wells Fargo. You can even do it online. You don't even have to go to a bank. I actually went to a Bank of America representative, amazing person. She told me that she got her auto loan with Capital One. She didn't even get it through Bank of America. She had nothing against Bank of America. It was just that she also has a checking account with Capital One. She went online and she got and she was able to get financing, right? And she was a person who was actually able. I think she told me she was able to get like $40,000 or $45,000. She didn't need all that. She only needed like in the high 20s. That's it, or in the low 30s. But she went into the dealership, basically told the associate, look, I don't need financing. I basically have cash, which was the approval, which was the financing that she had gotten already from Capital One, and she bought her car. They didn't run her credit. All she did was just sign the paperwork, and she was done, and that's it, right? So, moral of the story is, you don't want your credit checked 5 times. So as you can see over here, once again, J.P. Morgan Chase Auto Finance, September 2nd. Fifth Third Bank, September 2nd. 700 Credit, Toyota Universe, September 2nd. Key Bank, and then Toyota Motor Credit. Now, what else is going to have to do over here, and I've told her to get this done, is she's going to have to call up JP Morgan Chase and say, hey, I did not authorize this. And it's the truth. She did not go in there, and I would say 99% of all people who go into these dealerships and they want to buy a car, they don't go in there and expect for your credit to be run so many times. So you can reach out to these banks, right, and say, hey, look, I didn't authorize this, which is the truth. You did not authorize it. Also did not authorize this Fifth Third Bank to run her credit, all right? If anything, she can get rid of this credit inquiry, this hard inquiry, this one as well, and then which is from TransUnion, by the way. And from experience, she could get rid of Key Bank and the 700 Credit Toyota University. Why those four and not this one? Because she has this loan now, this Toyota Motor Credit. So if she calls up Experian or even Toyota Motor Credit and says, hey, I didn't, this is fraudulent, they're going to say, or she didn't authorize it, they're going to say, well, you have the loan. Okay, you have the car, you have the auto loan, you're paying it every month. I mean, we can't take it off of there. It's going to remain on there. Fine, it's going to remain on there. But she and I know everybody here who's watching, would rather just have one inquiry instead of 5. All right, so hopefully you guys understand this. Please like this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and share this video with others. Thank you very much.